So today I'm going to be doing a small kind of introduction to team building. Now what I mean by team building is how you should set up your team, ghouls, and CCG members. Now at the end I'm going to be doing a opening since it is the new year, which Happy New Year by the way. It is now 2017, not very important and who really cares. 2020 will be pretty cool because it's 2020. Anyway, so I'll be doing a 50 unboxing then, but for now, let's get into how to make your teams good, how to make them, useful. So first off, just go to your team building section, whatever, your team maker. And as you can see, this is my team right now. So as you can see right here, I have 3 members on my team. I have 2 ghouls and 1 CCG. Now this isn't always the best kind of team, but it works. Now, one of the most important parts to building a team is looking at the leader skill. This will determine your team's basic, it's a leader skill. It'll help your team depending on whatever it is. For Toka, it is a 50% boost to HP and attack for her. I think it goes for all the characters. I forgot. I don't remember right now. Usually I do. Anyway, all I know is it's for her, and it's good. So for other characters, everybody has their own leader skill. So if I go over and say Sasaki Hayes, he'll have his own leader skill, which boosts him, of course, as well. And over here, Arima also gets a boost in attack. And I think it's a little bit of HP, but it's mainly attack. So, yeah. But anyway, some of the key factors to making a team on this game come into play when you think about the mission that you're going to be playing. Now, some things to take into mind here are that CCG members do not heal. They do not heal every turn. Meaning, if Arima gets hurt for 10,000 HP, he's not going to heal that 10,000 HP back. Whereas Toka, if she gets hurt, she might heal about 6,000 HP. It's good to have a ghoul on your team who can heal for some missions. Some missions you aren't able to use CCG, or some you cannot use ghoul. But the point is, a team like this, with 1 person on it, can also be just as good as a team with 3 people on it. And the reason for this comes into play when you take into consideration who you have on your team. If you have a ghoul on your team, he will be able to heal. Now, let's say I have a team like this, full of 3 people. This is not good to be fighting bosses with a group of 3. Now, the reason I do not fight bosses with a group of 3 is because if you're fighting a boss and you have a group of 3 and your add-on friend character, which makes it 4, you'll be putting yourself at a disadvantage for the fact that if you have ghouls on your team and say 1 gets hurt, it's the first person who gets hurt, and it is the second character's turn. This means that this character will not be able to heal until it is their turn again, meaning that the boss might get an extra 2 hits in and kill them. So if you're planning on going on a boss raid, your best bet is to probably have 1 character in your team, and then maybe have a friend character as well. That can work too. Now, this is very important to take into mind, because if you're fighting a hard boss, you really don't want to have a full team. It'll just hinder you, it'll affect your team, and even if you have a good leader ability, it still will be tough because you won't be able to heal. Now, if you're going for a CCG, team, I wouldn't say don't go with 3. I might say go with 3 because some of the weapons in this game have a pretty awesome skill that allows them to attack from a far range. So if you want to do that, you can go ahead and do that. But the point is, take into consideration what missions you're going to be playing. Now, if you're going to be playing missions that aren't exactly boss fights, but they're tough, a team of 3 will work. You can auto it and they will do what they need to do. It is simple like that. You also have to take into consideration cost. Once you get to my level though, cost kind of becomes nothing, and it's kind of just any units you want on your team. So you also have to think about, if you're going to add a CCG member to your team, a lot of the CCG members actually have a lot lower stats than any ghoul characters. This is because CCG members can actually be, better than a ghoul character if given the right stuff. And that's why they can be better, it just takes a lot of time to get the stuff to make them better. So a ghoul character is of course going to be your primary focus, I would say, to go to if you're going to do a boss fight. I'd say go for a ghoul character, mainly because of the fact that you can also do the bite thing, the +3 bite, which will give you ghoul mode. So, that's kind of something to take into consideration. That's what this video was, is to kind of just say, hey, think about this before you make your team, because making your team in this game is pretty important. But in another way, if you're going to be playing the map missions, if you're going to be playing those, And like it's multiplayer, it's the 7-day missions, it's whatever. You're attacking other people's teams. Go with a team of 3. That's your best bet because you get more turns in and it help you along. Now, because if you're gonna be playing the leaderboard challenges and stuff where you gotta get to the top of the leaderboard, your best bet is God, that hurts. Anyway, is your team of 3. That is your best bet because of the fact that you will get more turns in and be able to attack. So you should be using a team of 3 against a leaderboard challenge. And against a normal event, I'd be saying team of 3 unless it's the boss fight, which I would say team of 1. And then maybe a sub. An extra character that you have a friend with. Anyway, that's basically it for team building. It's kind of simple. It doesn't need much requiring of like speaking about it. But one thing to really take into consideration when building your team is the leader skill. Now, since I can't read Japanese, I cannot tell you what every leader skill is, and I can't tell you what every character has, but everyone has a different leader skill, and every card has its own leader skill as well. So, look at that. Go ahead and go into, a game with one character and put them as your leader. Check out if anything changes. That's how you'll know what their leader skill is. Go ahead and check if their damage, their HP, their speed, whatever has changed. That is important to know somebody's leader skill because it'll help you in the long term of this game. Without further ado, let's head into opening. We're going to go ahead and do a New Year's opening. I'm pretty sure this is a guaranteed UR. I'm not certain. I'm almost certain though. Anyway, I think it's a guaranteed UR. I got up to 50 crystals, and so I thought, why not do one for the new year? Go ahead and do our first opening. So, here we go. Let's see what we get. Let's hoping for something, decent. Okay, it is a guaranteed UR. What UR are we gonna get? It's a CCG. Don't be another Arima, because Arima needs to stop, and we already talked about this shit. Who is it? Amon. Okay, I don't mind at all. Amon, you are? Okay, we're all cool. There we go. That's that. I guess I didn't even know it was 10 characters you got. I thought it was only 1, and you can only do it 1 time. There you go. It is a guaranteed UR, I guess, and you can only do it 1 time. So I got Amon, which is pretty cool. Anyway, I wish you all a happy new year, happy holidays, whatever. Just, have fun. It's the holidays. If anybody in school still probably on break, enjoy it. This is your time to have some fun, whatever. Play your weird phone games or play this on your phone. Who knows? It's having fun. Anyway, have a good day, everybody. Good night, whatever. And I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.